Can we normalize the fact that regardless of what you look like or what you sound like or where you come from, you can definitely have a brain and you can be smart and you shouldn't be shamed for it? Welcome, bienvenidos. This is Roxana from Metamorphosis Rocks, and today we're going to talk about a subject that is very near and dear to my heart, because if you've been here long enough, you know that in 2018, 2019, I was mercilessly bullied and bashed by a bunch of idiots on the internet because I was a know-it-all. And I guess the evidence that they had was that I like to read, that I like to think about things, that I like to share my thoughts with people, and that I don't like to use child terms to explain adult things. Now, if you don't understand that there are some terms that we cannot use on YouTube because we would get demonetized, I can't help you. But what I can do is make it as easy as possible for you to be able to follow along, and you would understand what I'm talking about. Now, I'm using my own examples for certain things just because I don't want to put anybody else in the spotlight. Not that I think a lot of people are going to watch my video, but what I want is for you, if you're going to hate on somebody, hate on me, okay? So in 2018, 2019, I was making videos all the time. And the number one complaint was that I thought I knew it all. I'm going to be 58 years old in 2 weeks. I tend to know a lot of things, not because I'm smart, but because I've lived long enough to see things repeat themselves. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me thinking about other occasions when certain things happen and the results were always the same, and assuming that if this thing happens again, the result is going to be the same result. I think everybody would do that. But because I used to do that, I was called a know-it-all. Now, I want to make something really clear because this is what happened this morning. I was thinking about making a video about supply and demand and how no president, Republican or Democrat, will ever control prices. Because if you have a president that controls prices, you have socialism, not capitalism. And I was thinking about dumbing it down to terminology that was like very easy for everybody to understand. And then I stopped myself because the people who have stuck with me, the people who have been here, whether you came from the beginning or you started 2 months ago, those of you who actually watch all the videos, the 15 or 30 people that watch my videos all the time, those people have a brain. Those people can be talked to like adults, and those people understand language, period. And so for me to sit down and dumb it down for an audience that I don't care about, because let's be real, the only reason why I was going to dumb it down is for a bunch of people that voted based on their money, their idea of their money, instead of actually using their brain. I don't really care for those people. I am going to continue to make content for the people that I care about, which are the people that are here, even if it's only 15 of you, that come to every video, understand what I'm trying to say, whether you agree or disagree, and we can have a conversation. I'm not here for the bullies. I'm not here for the people who don't understand how supply and demand works. I'm not here for the people who think that, I don't know, that the world revolves around them and that the only needs that they need to worry about is theirs. I don't care about those people. I care about the people who I hang out with, which whether they are left, right, or center, they care about somebody other than themselves. I don't care if it's their kids, their entire family, their community, but they care about people more than just them. And for those people, I'm staying here. And because I'm staying here, I'm going to keep reading. In fact, I'm going to start discussing every book I ever read with you guys. I'm going to start discussing every documentary that I watch or every show that I watch, or if I go to the movies or whatever I do, I'm going to discuss it with you, because you know what's really funny? Before the word commentary became a genre on YouTube, I was saying that my channel was not drama, it was commentary. And back in those days, of course, the reason I was saying that was because I didn't stay up until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning to find out what people in California did so I could make a video quick and go for it. My mistake was that I started doing that. And not only was I miserable, this lost all the fun for me. Because I was trying to compete with people who had the upper hand and had information before I ever got it. Because at the end of the day, my role on social media, and I forgot this for a second and I'm aware, my role in social media was to be like everybody else who sees the stuff without any previous knowledge and is just commenting on how stupid this is or how funny this is or whatever. I lost myself in the race to try to get people to like me, and so I started staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning. And I have to be honest with you, the idea of coming and creating content became a burden for a very long time. Then you have all these attacks from morons calling you a know-it-all because you actually like to read books, which I still don't get that. Let me say something to those people for a second. If you have anybody in your circle who likes to read or who likes to learn things, you are minimizing their interest and making them feel guilty about liking something that you don't like. Because it's clear that you don't like to read unless it's gossip and drama. I'm sorry to tell you, God only knows how many people you have bashed, even though I'm pretty sure in your real life you don't consider yourself a bully. But you are. Now going back to my people. Before commentary became a thing, I was saying, I'm not a drama channel, I'm a commentary channel. And that was my basis. I don't spend a lot of time researching, Jeffree Star's life. I didn't have any previous knowledge or had him on my DMs telling me, oh, this is what's happening now. I didn't have any of that. All I had was the same thing that you guys had. And all I wanted to talk about was that. But I forgot that somewhere along the way. Then came 2020. And if you've been in the channel long enough, you know that 2020 was a very, very destructive year for me. I let all of this nonsense of people that don't know me and will never know me get to me. And I did some stupid things that thankfully didn't work out. Because if they would have, I wouldn't be here. Now, in hindsight, 4 years out, do I think that the event that happened in the world in 2020 had an impact on my mental health, which just exacerbated everything else? Yes, I actually do. But it's easy for me to say that now, 4 years out. You know what I'm trying to say? And for those of you who still don't understand that we get demonetized if we use certain words, like what happened in 2020, again, I can't help you. I'm not going to dumb down my conversation to accommodate people that I really don't care about. I care about you, who has been watching me for however long you've been watching me, but that actually sit and tell me, ooh, that's a really interesting idea, but I don't agree with you because of this, 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 and this. I can have a conversation with you. I don't have a problem with you being not agreeing with me. The only thing I have a problem with you not agreeing with is if you like people that only like one particular group of people, I have a problem with you. And if you don't understand what I'm trying to say with that, can't help you either. I guess I can use the word discriminate against anybody for any reason that has nothing to do with your life, I can't help you and I don't want you here either. If you're in doubt and you say, but this group of people does this and this and this, we can have a conversation about that. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're a staunch believer that you are superior to anybody else, you shouldn't be here because I don't like you. Contrary to popular belief, I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I do believe, and by the way, this is something that everybody has the ability to do, that's not just me. I do believe that there are certain things that I'm better at than other people. But I also believe that you have certain things, certain skills, certain talents, certain abilities that you are better than I am at certain things. We all have something. Well, I shouldn't say all. Most people have something that they're really good at, whether they like to do it or not. In my case, it was math. I hated math with a passion, but I was really good at it. And I still kind of sort of am, and I'm realizing that now, but it's a long story for another day. But I used to hate math, but I was always good at math. I wish I would have kept it up. I didn't. That was my stupidity. But there's something that you do, something that you say, something that you work on, something that you like as a hobby, that you are better than pretty much everybody around you, or that you understand better than anybody around you. We all have that. But do I think that makes you better than other people? No. It makes you better at that thing. But it doesn't make you better than other people. And if you have to remind people all the time that you're better at something, maybe you're not as good as you think you are. Because the person that knows in their heart that they're good at something is not going to sit around telling everybody else how good they are at something. But the same holds true for the people that spend their whole time bashing other people on the internet. If you have to remind people every day of your life that somebody is corrupt or somebody is a piece of crap because they decided to make money posting videos on the internet, maybe the problem lies with you. Now, what's going to happen now? Like I said, I'm going to tell you everything about every book I read, every magazine. If you're on my Instagram, you know I take pictures of things that I see on magazines and I make commentary on it. I might make videos about that stuff in the future. I am pretty much weaning myself out of Twitter because Twitter has become so ridiculous that I really cannot handle it. And by the way, at this point, it's both sides. Because the ability that people have to concentrate on what went wrong when the bottom line is that it went wrong. Move on. Start working on what you think is wrong. You're wrong, by the way. That's not why the wrong thing happened. But concentrate on you and on fixing your little neck of the woods. And if you think people are discriminating against other people, work on that. If you think that you were the problem, fix yourself. But the ability of everybody and their mother to be complaining about everything that has happened in the last week is just grating on me. I don't really want to hear about it anymore. I want to move on from that spot because right now I'm stuck. Personally, professionally, mentally, whatever way you want to see it, I am stuck. There's a lot of people around me that are stuck because we keep getting all this information that really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Because the bad thing for some people, the bad thing already happened. And I'm not necessarily talking about the election. I personally lost 2 people this week. Last 2 weeks. Last 3 weeks, I'm sorry. I lost 2 people in the last 3 weeks. And there are moments when I think I should have, you know, when you see somebody's picture and you go, you know, maybe I should call this person. Call them. That's what I'm working on. If I have something to say, if I don't have anything to say and it's a good relationship or whatever and they pass away, then they pass away. But if you're thinking about somebody specific and you haven't talked to them in a while and you left some things unsaid, call them or text them or whatever. What am I going to do with this channel? I'm going to keep on talking about things that I find interesting, amusing. I'm still going to do commentary, but I'm not going to dumb it down for anybody. So the question then remains, are you going to make money out of this channel? This channel is monetized as of right now. Do I think it's going to keep being monetized? I don't know. Do I make videos because I want to get money from them? Well, here's the thing. Yes and no. And I'm going to tell you why. About 2 weeks ago, which means before the elections, my daughter and I, and if you don't know this, my daughter is my partner on the channel and on a lot of the business adventures that we do here. we decided that I was only going to make videos when I wanted to make videos and of things that make me happy to bring up. And I don't mean happy because the topic is happy. I mean that I really wanted to talk about something and getting it off my chest, lighten the load, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm going to do. Do I want people to support me? Do I want people to join my Patreon and tip my YouTube? And use any and all of the methods that I provide for you to tip the channel so that I can buy more equipment and maybe get to go to other places because I can afford the Uber to go somewhere where my husband's working? Yeah, I do. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't. That doesn't make me a scammer, by the way. That just makes me somebody that has a plan and would like to be able to fulfill their plan. Now, does that mean that if I start making more money on the channel, I will have more content? Of course, because then I can cut my hours at work, which I don't think my boss will let me. But I will find a way of figuring out how to level one thing with the other so that I can do both. Is what I'm trying to say. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that my number one consideration is making money from the channel, because I have a job. I finally have a job. And I finally have a job that every time I get sick, I look at my boss and I go, I'm sick. And he goes, go home. You don't get that a lot here. You don't get that a lot anywhere. That's why I prefer working for smaller people instead of corporations, because corporations take advantage of every loophole to fire you for stupid shit like that. I have a disability. I believe somebody somewhere posted something to the effect of, imagine leaning on your disability. Yes, bitch, I have to talk about my disability because clearly you don't understand what that means. The fact that you think that it's okay to bash somebody because they cannot work 40 hours a week or live a normal life, or like somebody sent me the other day, they sent me a screenshot of a comment somebody left on a group. How do you work with IBS? I have lost 2 jobs. Yeah, that's what happens. Because especially in corporate America, if you start going to the bathroom too much, they're going to let you go because you don't have the time. They don't care if when you're there, you do the best job possible. They're going to fire you. And I've been very lucky so far that I haven't been fired for this. Because I can tell you that when I have to go to the bathroom, 15 minutes can go by and I'll be in the bathroom. Also, because I'm disabled enough to be able to check disability when I apply for a job, but not disabled enough to qualify for government help, that also means that most companies will not hire me because they don't want to make the special accommodations. See where I'm going? But people who either don't live in Florida or don't work for corporate America or don't understand how things work here are very quick to judge other people. Or, let's be real, people who don't have disabilities and resent people with disabilities because, how come this person gets so many breaks? Because they're doing the best that they can. And you should be happy that even though this person might not be able to stay at work every day, when they're there, they bust their ass for you. Because they feel guilty that they're putting that extra pressure on you. But yeah, people that make comments like that don't think about that stuff. Let's go back. Do I want to make money out of this channel? Yes. Do I want to make lots of money out of this channel? I don't know. If I make a lot of money out of this channel, I might be able to do this full time. Was I doing it full time because I wanted to make an income? Actually, yes, because I wanted to be able to contribute to my family's finances. But now I can. I'm going to make what makes me happy. And I'm hoping you'll stay here and have an opinion. And share your opinion. And so long as your opinion is not, you're fat, you're ugly, you're old, shut up, I'll be more than happy to listen to you. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.